This is the type of stuff that makes Vin Diesel go wet. 2022 Uncharted. I watched this movie, the first showing on Friday, and not gonna lie, I had very mixed feelings about it. So I waited over the weekend. I thought about it, kind of looked at it from different angles, and I think I have a more level and fair review of this movie. My right out of the theater reaction was this movie is meh, and I don't think that it's entirely correct. I think there's a little bit more than meh, but it also has some serious issues. Let's start with the positive. I think this gives you an epic sense of an adventure type of movie. There are some grand scenes. The trailer scene with the cargo stuff falling off the airplane, that is epic. That is fantastic. I don't know if that's the greatest scene in the movie. There's another one. This is a minor. Well, no, this is a spoiler. At the end, third act, you see some massive ships flying in the sky. Not gonna lie, as ridiculous as that is, it's pretty darn epic to see that going through the screen. This is the type of stuff that makes Vin Diesel go wet, because wow, pirate ships flying through the sky, pretty dope. Not gonna lie. The what else? There's some VFX that are also really cool. Some of the stunts are great. Tom Holland, I think this kid really worked hard for this part, not only physically, because geez, this guy is jacked. Like, this guy hit the gym. Like, yeah, it's insane what his physical transformation. Also, I think he really prepared for this role, as in his acting abilities. He just from the beginning, from the bar scene, you can see that in the trailer. Learning those tricks and skills and that charm. I mean, he's a very charismatic type of dude. So I think he really worked hard. He really wanted this movie to succeed. Now, as the cons of this movie, there's a few of them. First of all, the story is weak. It barely exists. I could almost say that these are almost like cool action scenes put together to make a movie. There is not a lot of a strong narrative form that goes from beginning to end. Just kind of cool things happen and it's put together and it's a movie. Another thing, a lot of people were unsure how Tom Holland could do as Drake. I think he does an okay job. Not great, not bad, but he does an okay job. And I think as the years progress and he's aging into this role, I think he's going to do a great job. And if you're Sony, who do I cast? Somebody that's 35 already or somebody that's 25 and can grow into this role for the next decade? I think that's a smart move. The one that is not so good, I think, is Mark Wahlberg. I love Mark Wahlberg. I'll always watch whatever he's in. I think there's very few actors that you can watch their stuff just because of who they are. Some of those are Tom Cruise, The Rock, and Mark Wahlberg, among a handful of others. I'll watch whatever he's into, but he does not do a great job as a Sully. He's just Mark Wahlberg, and I hate to say this, but it almost seems like he's there for the paycheck. There is not a lot of chemistry between Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg for the first half of the movie or so. And of course, these characters don't know each other. They are getting to know each other and go through these adventures and figure out clues and stuff like that. Towards the end, the chemistry gets a little bit better. But yeah, his portrayal of the role as Sully was mediocre. He wasn't great. Villains, oof. Antonio Banderas, he's there for a very short amount of time. And he does play an over-the-top villain, but he's not your real villain, and there's a couple bad people in there. Who's the real villain? Eventually you do figure out. But the villain is very stereotypical, very one-dimension. There is not much to this villain. And you don't care for this villain. If the villain lives or dies or succeeds or not, ooh, I have this evil plan. It's not much. Now, there is supposedly a love interest. I completely missed the love interest until it was brought to my attention after the film and during the weekend. I was like, wait, was she supposed to be Drake's love interest? And I haven't played the games. I have friends that are big fans of the game and they have played all of them. So I have just a very small understanding of the game and the character and whatnot. But yeah, this was like, oh yeah, she was supposed to be the love interest. There was absolutely no chemistry there. Very forgettable character. And the portrayal, I think the actors did what they could with the script that they were giving. It wasn't so great. The directing was okay. This is the guy that directed the first Venom movie. I think he did a better job in the first Venom than he did here, but it's not all bad. There are some positives here. It actually did pretty good for the box office over the weekend. I believe it already crossed the $15 million mark, which is phenomenal for this movie. I think it's on track to at least make its money back, if not more. The critic rating was not the greatest, but the audience did seem to enjoy it. And I think for people that are not fans of the franchise or aren't judgy about this movie, like maybe I was at the beginning, are really gonna enjoy it. This is popcorn type of movie, has big actions. Take your kids there. Think it's a family type of movie that everybody can watch and is gonna have a good time. And unless you're a gamer or you watch too many movies like myself, you might have a few problems. So overall, I think it's good. This is a summer type of movie, I would say. And for whatever reason, it was really, well, actually this movie had like 5 release dates and finally got released in February. But regardless, it's awesome to see this movie do good at the box office. It's good to see people enjoying it and liking it. And that's what the movies are there for, to give you a great time, to enjoy it with your friends, with your family. So go check it out. And remember, folks, you owe it to yourself to watch great cinema.